this whole thing with the Lions missing their coordinators, I bet you Dan Campbell is sick and tired of that already. Week 1 games either salt the narrative or erase them. When you've got 6-7 months to talk about it in our world. And players hear it. I mean, Joe Burrow, before the season, was asked about having to start fast and prove something, just something to prove. And he basically said, the narrative has shifted around our team. He says that. So players know about narratives. They hear about narratives, and they're either bothered by them or can erase them. And then when they don't erase them, they get bothered by it further and hear about it more. And that's why winning week 1 is big, right? Then we have somebody who said yesterday, I think the Jets' loss can actually help them show what they have to improve. A lot of teams have got to improve on a week 1 performance, but they're 1-0. You'd rather be that way. But I bring this all up to say, of all the weeks for Ben Johnson to stroll into Detroit.
Right.
Coming off of that week 1 performance in Green Bay that salted the narrative, didn't erase it. They could have come in, if they had come up with another win in Lambeau, would have given him 4 in a row of those, I think first time ever, or first time since, the New Deal or whatever. And then it would be, see, we don't miss Ben. Here comes Ben. Let's show him what he left. Now it's like, oh, we miss Ben, miss Aaron Glenn, because look what we just did in Lambeau Field. And now all the weeks for Ben Johnson to stroll in. Here he comes. And Dan Campbell had his second press conference of the week. He was asked about this, correct, Mike Hoskins? Is that what I'm throwing to right here? He's listening about losing week 1 and all the noise surrounding it.
After week 1, after a new offseason, I'm not sure if you're familiar with all the opinions out there, but they are loud, because they seemingly always are. How much will that fuel your tank? How much will that fuel your message, if at all, this week to you?
You know what fuels my tank is losing, all right? That fuels me, because I don't like losing. Our players don't like it. And you go back to work, man, and you get back to the basics of what you do, man, and you hit it head on. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We're all accountable. And if we want to win, we got to do the little things right and prepare that way. And then we got to play that way. So that's what gets me going.
And it's a great answer. Let's give the Family Feud to him. Good answer.
Good
because, this narrative can be very corrosive. Because again, he's in the film room motivated by the losing. So are the players. They're on the practice field starting at this point in the week, feeling good about themselves. We just had a great practice. Great practice. We're feeling good about ourselves. This is it. We're turning the corner. We're turning the page. And then you hear the questions about, hey, man, the guy who you missed the most is coming into town with the Bears. Or, hey, man, the guy you missed the most just cut some player. I mean, the accountability of Aaron Glenn. I mean, you miss that. And then maybe it creeps in and you're like, that good practice doesn't matter. So we don't have the guys. That's what they think. I'll show them they're wrong. Well, they got to do that in week 2. And I'm telling you, they got to be sick and tired of this narrative already. Just one weekend. Oof. And I understand shows like this one. My position as well, that we think narratives matter. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do.
Maybe not to those guys, but
I don't know. But
what we do.
But doubts can creep, and that's why the coach is just like, you know what matters, Lou? You know what motivates me? You know what really gets me going? Not the narrative, just losing in general. It doesn't matter who we lose to, just losing in general. It's not what we do around here. It's not what we've done around here.
And we're going to talk about this next week, but if you're 0-1, being 0-2, it's, less than 10% chance to make the playoffs. So
certainly if you're in a division where you're going to start picking it, everyone's going to pick each other off.
Right.
Like that. And then you play the AFC North too.
Being 0-2 is a huge deal.
Well, I mean, you got to win division games at home. That simple. Lions know it. Bears know it. Bears didn't do it. They'd love to stick it to the Lions and say, you now have a division loss. And as a matter of fact, you don't just have a division loss. We can create a situation where the narrative that you're already hearing gets worse, because guess who beat you? Your old guy. Kid's all right in Chicago. He was the one who turned the page from week 1. You didn't. You're now 0-1 at home in division just like us. But we're 1-1 in division. You're 0-2 in division. And you lost one on the road where you don't like to lose, and you lost at home. And guess what? Now you're going to Baltimore on a Monday night at 0-2. Oof. Okay. It's a big game. It's a big one for narratives and for standings and for reality. I mean, it's a big game because after a home date with Cleveland comes a 2-game roadie at Cincinnati and then at Kansas City. And then you're home for Tampa on a Monday night. And Tampa could have passed you in that HOV diamond lane of the NFC already at that point in time. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.